Ah, the seaside. A place to relax, go on the arcades, get a nice sunburn on the beach and... racing cars? That's right, today we're up at the most gorgeous looking track on the UK soil, Anglesey Circuit. We're here for both rounds 5 and 6 of the Javelin and Toyota Sprint Series, but like with Cadwell Park last time out, we're in the quicker J11 class to try and take class victory on both days, as Tom isn't here in his brutally quick Mini. This could be a very good opportunity to get some great points locked in for the J11 Championship, which could make the final round at Alton Park very exciting. And we're not just running one layout for the weekend. The first day features both the club layout combined with the GP layout, and the second day consists of just the GP layout. However, this is a track we've not even stepped on before, so will I fall down the timetable, or can we produce something special and learn this fantastic track quickly? Well, let's find out.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Hello YouTube, welcome back to another video, and today you'll see we are back out in the Yaris after a successful Cadwell Park round last time out in the J11 class. We're back at Anglesey and we're back in the J11 class, a track I've never been to before, so could be interesting, something to learn. Yeah, I'm not going to lie, I'm half expecting a win for this round. Tom isn't here in his Mini and David isn't here in his 2ZZ MR2, so the two quick people in the J11 aren't here. If Tom wasn't there at Cadwell, I would have won. So Tom isn't here at Anglesey. We've got another MX-5 here, a race one, so something to look out for. So a second, in my mind, a second is expected. A first is what I want. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. Obviously, I've never been to Anglesey before, so it's going to be a completely different track to learn. We're here for 2 days, here for the weekend. So first day, which we're on today, we're using the club and the GP layout, and then tomorrow we're just using the GP layout. So hopefully by the end of tomorrow, we should have learned the track quite well. But today is going to be the focus, the bigger track, using the little club layout as well. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. Hopefully the Yaris as well. Hopefully it does as well. And yeah, I'll catch up to you after the first few runs.
2, 1.
So just quickly then, if you're unsure on how these days are run, you get one untimed practice run followed by 6 timed runs. So right now we're on the untimed practice run. Like I said in the intro, I've never stepped foot on this track before, so I'm literally going to be using this session as a practice run. Now, 2 Racing UK boss Neil did send me a bit of advice on how to pilot this track in these sorts of cars, so I'm just trying to take that advice on board, and I'm also trying to learn this cut-off section right here, because we're using the club layout as well as the GP layout. Got this little cut-off section right here. Now you'll probably hear as well, a slight concerning thing with the Yaris then is the clutch didn't seem to be properly engaging. I'm changing gear as fast as I can, as I usually would, but for whatever reason today it's just not wanting to engage. It's really slow on gear changes. Now this is the first time I've driven the car on track, not driving it up on the same day as we did drive the day before, so I was just hoping that the car was a little bit cold and maybe the clutch was a bit cold. It just wasn't quite engaging as it should. But if we just get to the end of the lap then, just to show you where the lap ends, which is just after the hairpin on the GP layout. We've not timed this practice run as well, it's just a practice run. And like I said, it's my first time at the track. I can tell you now it definitely wasn't competitive, even though at the time I didn't even know my time anyway. But if we skip into run number 1 then, the first proper time run, we're going to follow on from just on the left hand side then, coming up to the rocket section of the track. So we're coming in 5th gear then, and a nice heavy braking zone and into this complex set of corners. And I'd also include the sector times, but for whatever reason the live timing was all glitched out on the sector times. So some sector ones I was getting a minute, some sector times I was getting 1 minute 45s. It's very odd, so I can't really, you know, keep up with what sector times I was getting. But coming through the pillar then, probably one of the nicest parts of the track, as you can just see the sea then coming down to the corkscrew. Now usually on track days you'd probably go straight over this bit into the bus stop. Obviously we're on the GP layout, so we're going to be skipping left then onto the nice long straight then coming up to the hairpin. Once again, a part of the track where the Yaris is just not going to be really performing very well, as it is probably the third or fourth least powerful car here with only 105 horsepower. Completely missed the apex at the hairpin, but we're going to get a nice run down then to the end of the lap to get a time of a 2:20.9, which already puts us first in class and 56 out of 77 overall.
Okay. It's definitely time to find through. That first section's a lot better, definitely.
So yeah, like I said, there's definitely time to find in that lap. So as we skip to lap number 2, I'm just going to shut up and I'm just going to let you see the lap for yourselves. So we improve our time by over a second, bringing it down to 2:19.7, bringing the gap to almost about 4 seconds now. Unfortunately, we do go up 4 to 60th out of 77, but I'll take over a second. So let's just get the live reactions from inside the car.
2:19.7, basically improved by over a second. I'll take that. 19.7, not bad. Still definitely time to find though, but yeah. Okay, I think the suspension needs stiffening up a bit. I think that's going to be the job.
And the next job is indeed to stiffen up the suspension, just to see if I can find any more time in the car. And as we get to run 3, just before lunch, we actually do find 300ths of a second. There's not much point of showing you the time, because obviously it's a very, very little improvement. But let's see how I think in between the lunch break. Right guys, that's 3 timed runs down, now on lunch. Fortunately, run 3 only a 1:19.7 again. Did mess up the last section a little bit. Messed up the first corner as well at the offset. Like I say, we're now getting to a point now where we're starting to push, so we know how far we can push the car, where we can be smoother, etc, etc. I've stiffened up the old suspension on the car as well, so hopefully it did feel quite wobbly in the first few runs, so hopefully now it should settle it down a little bit. I know you want a bit of movement in the car to try and heat up these tyres. Obviously it's been a long lap shootout, but with it being such a long lap as well, maybe they're going a bit too hot at the end. But yeah, first in class in J11 by about 3 seconds, so at the minute I can't moan. Obviously anything can happen in the next 3 runs. So yeah, day 1 so far is looking pretty good.
yeah, obviously, hopefully, we take home P1 today, and then we'll see what tomorrow brings. We've just had a look at the weather forecast. It should have been sunny all weekend, but tomorrow it's looking like rain mid-afternoon. So yeah, the rest of these runs now I have to be puckering down to try and learn the track. So yeah, tomorrow might have to be setting a quick lap on one of the first runs. So no time for messing about. So yeah, yeah, I'm happy so far. It's all good. Yeah, let's get to the last few runs. Let's see how it goes. Hopefully we can improve from the 119.7. It'd be nice to get to a low 119. I think that's the maximum for the car it's going to get. Yeah, let's get to it.
Well, unfortunately, I didn't actually improve at all from run number 3. We never got into the low 219s, which would have been nice to have gotten. But yeah, just really consistent throughout the day. But where does that put us overall? Well, we actually finished first in class with 62nd overall. Obviously, Toyota overall 10th out of 13th and 1 out of 1 in the D Pro class. So really happy with that. 25 points in the bag for the J11 Championship. And hopefully we can replicate that tomorrow as we get a nice 1.4 second gap on the longer circuit. So hopefully we can still keep that on the shorter circuit.
And the winner by 1.4 seconds in the Yaris is Robbie Boots.
Right guys, that is the end of day 1 and a P1 in both J11 and the Toyota D Pro class. So yeah, we've now won a class in J13 and won a class in J11. So yeah, very good result. Been leaning for about 3 seconds throughout most of the day, and then Andrew in his MX-5 put in a great time for his last run to bring that time down to 1.4 seconds. But still, overall, my first time still would have been quick enough to have won the class, so I'll definitely take that. For whatever reason though, run 2 was the quickest run all day, and I just couldn't find an answer to myself. I have no idea how I could have improved that. I've trying to be smoother, I've tried to be more aggressive, but I could not find anywhere to be quicker through after the run 2. So yeah, a bit of an odd one. But tomorrow, we're back at it tomorrow, of course, for another day where we're using the smaller GP layout. So we're eliminating the club layout. So yeah, we'll see what tomorrow brings. Hopefully another good result, but we'll see. And yeah, let's just crack on into tomorrow. And just like that, here we are on day 2. Not quite as sunny today. Obviously we're running on the shorter GP layout and GP layout without the club bit. So yeah, so see how it goes really. There's nothing really much to say. Obviously got 6 more time runs, we've got a practice run as well to do. So we'll skip to that. And yeah, see how it goes. Hopefully another P1 to ride on the successes yesterday. But yeah, obviously there's only one way to find out, and that's getting on track. So I'll see you on the practice run.
There's not a whole lot to show you on the practice run, it's pretty much the same layout as yesterday's runs, but it's a good opportunity here to show you that you can really cut across on this back straight as there's no cut-off section to go into the club layout, so a little bit different to as we were running yesterday, but most of it is pretty much the same. So if we skip on to run number 2 then, with our first run being a 137.15, we'll see how that turns out a little bit later on after this run. But as we see, it's pretty much the same layout as we had it yesterday. Coming into the first corner, and once again a nice bit of left foot brake and really throwing the car in to try and get the car rotated as much as I can, using all the curb on exit. And now comes the big power section where the Yaris is really going to fall down. Pretty much the first part of the track really that the Yaris is going to fall down on. But we'll come up then, so we're not going to be skipping through into the club layout, so we can do the nice little skip as I showed you in the practice run. Getting ready for the big braking point then, coming into Rocket, shove it straight down into second gear, try and keep this corner nice and tight, use all the curb then on entry and try and keep the car in the middle then for the next corner. Went a bit wide on that occasion, but say you want to try and keep the car in the middle ideally. So now we're coming up to really the most beautiful part of the track, coming over the hill then where you can see the sea. Well, if you're concentrating on seeing the sea anyway, coming down as we're going to turn out into the GP layout and really get the car turned in on a nice cambered part of the track. And once again, another part of the track where the Yaris isn't going to do as well with the minimum power. It's the nice big straight coming up to the top hairpin, and once again we're going to be shoving it straight down. Well, I thought we were going to shove it down into second, but this occasion we put it into third, round the last corner and down the finishing straight to finish on a 1:36.98, which puts us 62nd overall and first in class by that 1.2 seconds. So still time to find, but like I said on the last day, there was a threat of rain at mid-afternoon, and well, unfortunately that rain did come. It doesn't obviously look too much on camera right here, but on track it really did sort of upset the time. So realistically, that at the time I thought that was the best time I could have got of the day. So feeling pretty happy, that 1.2 second gap, which is beautiful. I say if we skip forward to the footage then on run number 3, you can see then that it's not really affecting the track as much as I thought it was going to be, but there's definitely the track definitely fell off. You can see by these times then, I just could not improve at all after run number 2. Now I have left off at run number 6, and well, let's watch run number 6 to see why. Well, we do actually find an improvement in the final run, making a 1:36.7, and I'm pretty happy about it.
Yeah, that's to be quicker! 36.7, go on, Robbie! Maybe it's quicker then. Just throwing it into rocket. Look at that! Finally, the actual improvement. Oh my days!
So finally, after day 1 only not improving in the afternoon, and day 2 finally improving in the afternoon, yeah, we've won both days. So 50 points in the J11 Championship, which makes the final round at Alton Park looking very exciting, with a possible of a joint first finishing position. But I mean, here we are at Anglesey Park, so there's only one thing left to do, and that is collect our trophies.
And the winner by just under 1.5 seconds in the Yaris is Robbie Booth.
Well guys, there we go, another P1. Managed to improve on that last run, surprisingly. I don't know how. Yeah, I thought it was a bit more rocky than the other ones, but yeah, maybe it's just me just having to learn to shove on the brakes a bit more. So yeah, a 1:30, no, I can't even remember what time I've got. I've got time, improved by 2 times, so I'll put it here anyway. Yeah, that's 2 trophies. I haven't got them with me at the minute, so with the 2 Toyota ones, but on the pictures here of me holding them. I've had to quickly get packed up. As you can see, it's now raining. We've got a 4-hour drive back home, so yeah, overall good weekend. 2 P1s in the bag, and yeah, one more round of the sprint series at Alton Park next month for us, probably about 5 months for you lot after watching this, because my editing is so far behind right now. But yeah, so yeah, thank you for watching YouTube. Yeah, let's hope we can improve on this. Next outing for us is Javelin Park next weekend for us, and probably about 5 weeks for you. Yeah, so our next outing is Javelin Park, track down Friday in the Yaris and the Mazda 2, and then racing has the 2 as well on the Saturday. So yeah, should be a fun one with the track day trophy. Should be a fun one. So yeah, I'll see you at Cadwell Park, boys and girls. Hopefully some more success. Yeah, I'll see you then.